Where were you hiding that? Hello and welcome. I'm Neryl Diamond, the Massaging Geek. It's okay, you can call me Rel. Just, this time. Today we are watching The Mummy. So you know how whenever you watch a movie again with like a kid or a film critic, suddenly you start to see things that you didn't notice before. Well, today we're going to be seeing it from a massage therapist point of view this time instead of just watching it because I love all of the actors and the characters and the placement, and I love everything about this movie. If you have a massage story that you want to tell, but you don't want to be the one that tells it, then feel free to DM me on my Instagram. The link is in the description. So, without further ado, I don't know which way to point. Oh, I haven't seen this movie in about a year. Is that right? I don't know. I watch this movie a lot. This is one of my comfort movies. Yeah, it has been a while. I intentionally did not watch it before this recording. Hominoptera. That's gonna be my new curse from now on. Hominoptera. Posture in the movie so far, he's got a slightly projected neck. Part of the back area may just be because he's got muscles. And sometimes when the traps are really dense, they can make it look like the person has bad posture when they really don't. I should also say that I'm speculating. Anck-su-namun, I'm assuming that obviously she's the Pharaoh's mistress. So her posture wouldn't really matter other than just looking good. Ooh, that is a pretty moon. That book would be so heavy. Plus, trying to flip the pages, you'd be like having to put the arm underneath to be able to flip. Do I think too much into too much detail sometimes?
One so horrible had never before been bestowed.
It's kind of hard to take him seriously when he's crossing his eyes as the knife comes closer. Also, I know I'm commenting on other people's postures. I know how bad my posture is. I'm an artist. We have a tendency to be hunched forward. I try to, it's easier when I'm standing than when I'm sitting.
The Magi would never allow him to be released, for he would arise a walking disease, a plague upon mankind, an unholy flesh-eater with the strength of age.
I have questioned this since I saw it in theater. If you didn't like the guy and you wanted to curse him, why would you curse him with something that would give him supernatural powers? I don't get that. Do you know how many people in modern day would accept a curse if it meant that they could come back as a mutant? They would do it.
Hey! Don't you close that door! Don't you close that!
You're not getting any of my cookies. So, continuity question. If the mummy was not resurrected yet and hadn't been awakened by the Book of the Dead, what was that? Was that like a warning left behind as part of the curse to stay away from that? Oh, I guess that actually makes sense. Okay, so speaking kinesiology-wise and center of gravity-wise, there is no way that would have worked. She absolutely would have popped over to the other side. As far as this, I have no idea. I have no idea what I would do in that situation either. My paranoid mind is so bad that while they were putting up the bookcases, I would have been like, what if one knocks over? So her posture as well, in that scene in particular, is spot on. She's, actually, it's not as projected as it should be. But some of the most hunchbacked people that I've ever worked on are all librarians.
Look at this!
Also, her eyebrows are so 1990s. Don't look at mine.
Give me frogs!
I know mine are bad.
Syria,
That was
an accident.
You are a catastrophe.
Burnt off the part of the lost city.
Very clever.
You lied to me.
I lie to everybody. What makes you so special?
And you should have known that. Jonathan's posture is actually spot on. Like, I expected him to be a little more, up. But the projected neck, and he moves around a lot. It's almost like he's looking for an opportunity to nick anything.
You was just looking for a good time.
Do I actually know what he did? I don't remember.
Load of pig swallow.
I know you.
No. I've just got one of those faces.
Yep, that kind of face.
Hello, excuse me. We both found...
Excuse me, prisoner who they tortured. I want your attention, please.
Do it, lady!
He's sitting here bargaining with her while they are beating on his back. Brendan Fraser did this actual stunt. Obviously, he didn't break his neck, but he did choke while he was being hanged there, to the point that he passed out once or twice during the scene. I'm not surprised. First of all, I'm wondering how much did they let the actual rope hang him? Second, I want to give him a hug. Hurry up, hurry up.
10%.
Where did he get all the gear? Where? He was a prisoner. He didn't have any allies. He has a brand new suit, brand new wallet, brand new backpack filled with weapons. Where?
Oh no, what are you doing here?
I've had clients that are like, the client comes in, you're like, oh no, what are you doing here? I thought I fired you. Spas don't like it when you try to fire clients.
You got us a wager. Good evening.
Okay, so that move right there, where he squeezed here. My brother has asked me about that. As soon as I became a massage therapist, it was one of his favorite questions was the Vulcan neck grab. He's like, what is that? I'm like, muscle, nerve, sensitive nerves, some arteries and veins coming around on that area. Yeah, that would hurt him, depending on how tight he squeezed. I have seen a Moldovan massage therapist make people cry on the table by squeezing on that spot. Hell, he made me cry.
What?
It was not fun.
What'd I say?
So he's got another little tattoo right here. And I was reading on like his bio that the tattoo on his wrist he got in the orphanage. They tattooed him with the Magi symbol. So I'm wondering like where that one came from.
This time I must go all the way.
Them's the breaks, huh?
Those two have such great chemistry together.
Evelyn!
Could you imagine there wasn't somebody in there and her life wasn't in danger and Rick just comes in? Bam! Evelyn! Just saying goodnight.
Can you swim?
Of course I can swim if the occasion calls for it.
Trust me! It calls for...
I don't have my floaties! Just think about Rick in this situation. He's been in prison for, let's say, a month. I don't know how long he was in there for. Being beaten by the prison guards every day, I'm assuming. Nearly hanged, which means his entire neck should be purple. And then having to jump all over the place on the ship just to have somebody else come in, beat the shit out of him, and then he's got to just keep moving forward. Does plot armor save against wounds in the... Yeah, I think it does.
Oh, it looks to me like I've got all the horses!
Hey, Benny! Looks to me like you're on the wrong side of the river!
That's so satisfying when somebody does something stupid and you're like... Massage therapist beating out the creepy clients.
Thank
You probably could have got him for free. All we had to do is give him your sister.
No, you overpaid. Here, have some meerkats as change. I don't know if meerkats live in Egypt. But I will not accept scorpions as payment. Homemade bread. And all of a sudden, he's a tender gentleman. Hamanopter's only weakness, the sun.
Go ahead, it's somewhat borrowed off our American brethren.
Somewhat
I thought
borrowed.
you might like it, you might need it.
I mean, hers were mother of pearl handled, but she'll settle for wood.
This here's our statue, friend.
I don't see your name written on it, pal.
Hang on. Mine.
If we're going to play together, we must learn to share.
She's suffocating on
There
testosterone.
are other places to dig.
Sleep, no offense.
Untaken?
We'll dig our way up and
Sledgehammer, pick. Pie cutter. Those workers nowadays would be like, hell no, you ain't paying me enough.
Your nose, scramble things about a bit, and then rip it all out through your nostrils.
Massage therapists will sit there at lunch and talk about anatomy. We have grossed out people next to us to the point that I have been glared at by so many old women. We weren't talking anything really bad. It was just how fascinating it would be to see the body exhibit, whatever museum it's at.
He must have been someone of great importance. Or he did something very naughty.
Isn't that the same thing as saying, oh, this is the king, we worship and we praise him, but we're going to put him in jail? Man, that donut did not sit right.
He that shall not be named.
Voldemort? Evie's just flat on her back. Evie's over 30. She fell and she's like, just leave me here.
And he loved Egypt so much, he married my mother, who was an Egyptian. And
he just got off the boat, found a random Egyptian. We're getting married. I mean, I was going to go for the lips, but if you're done, family-friendly channel. So we know Rick O'Connell's name. Do you know Evie's last name?
Well, let's make sure we don't bring anyone back from the dead then, huh?
He will
Duly
kill
noted.
all who open this chest and assimilate their organs and fluids.
Question. Does the form in which you assimilate the body and organs matter? Like if you make it into a cute little cat, does he come back as a cat? Was the monocle helping?
our friend suffered the Hom-Dai, the worst of all ancient Egyptian curses, one reserved only for the most evil of blasphemers.
Again, you cursed him with something that gave him magic powers. Why would you not sleep on it? Can you tell I'm a paranoid person?
It's just a book. No harm ever came from reading a book.
Famous last words. Ever heard of the Necronomicon? Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. I warned you. Meanwhile, scarabs are what opened the Cave of Wonder. Just grab a gold one. You can get in. That is such bad CGI. If you think about it, unless his eyes were open, you wouldn't see the inside part. You would just see the sunken in lids. It's love at first sight. She looks so angelic. No, go back. You gotta get the Instagram photo. And his breath must reek. Although we did just get a new tongue.
He will never eat. He will never sleep. He will never stop.
Which means he will be eternally hangry. Do you want to be in his path? Anatomically speaking, muscularly speaking, none of Imhotep is correct. I mean, you do have the neck muscles that come down like that, but they're a lot closer to the neck. They're like, with flesh, they'd be out here. And I can't see the SCM. You can kind of see where the deltoids go in and connect underneath, and then the biceps come over. Where were you hiding that? There were hallways. There were passageways. There was an elevator and an escalator. There was no reason for you to claw up. Where did she get the cat? And where'd she get all of her clothes back? Oh, this might be in her actual house?
Some immortal ones.
There goes that we again.
Listen to me. We have to do something. What's this?
This man has been through so much.
Fine.
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 Cue moonlighting montage.
Sitting around here rotting of boredom and booze. Cheers.
Aw, he carries his bugs with him everywhere he goes. And in the weather forecast today, we have fire and brimstone. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, so now the neck muscles are a little closer. He has obviously never come against undead in D&D. You don't use a gun, you don't use piercing, you use bludgeoning. We're gonna need more cats.
Open that chest.
And sucking them dry.
Why is your arm inside the jacket?
And then just now, Mr. Burns's quarters, he tried to kiss me.
Just because
That's awfully presumptuous of you. He could have been going for a book behind you.
Feller.
What about my buddy Benny?
No, he's great.
He has a very, very well-functioning get the hell out gland.
O'Connell, what do you think you are doing? Jonathan!
She's lucky she ducked her head. I never noticed how close she was to hitting the door frame. That's who Benny reminds me of. He reminds me of Scrat.
Spring cleaning.
That is freaking impressive. How strong is Rick? Like, that's almost superhuman strength. Let's say that Benny is like 150 pounds, 160 pounds maybe. And Rick is just like lifting him up.
But other than that...
And it's not that like he's even able to like use extra weight or extra strength from his legs to be able to help out his arms. It's like all arms and back lifting him up. You are looking so sick. This is what happens when you swallow flies, kids. Why is your arm inside your jacket?
Downstairs.
You sit down with your silverware and eat your food. You don't just eat it on the run. Dude, a Moon is gonna be so pissed that you're cheating on her. So I drew a sticker of this scene, and in order to try to get Imhotep's face correct, I drew the open slots here, and people just kept telling me it looked like he had crap on his face. Does this look like he has crap on his face? Don't answer that.
You alright?
Well, not sure.
I really wish those two had been in more together. Seriously, dude, you need to brush your teeth.
The Golden Book of Amun-Ra's at Hamunaptra inside the statue of Horus.
Which statue of Horus? There was like an entire row of them. I have no idea. I wonder if they kept his arm inside the jacket as kind of a ploy, if that's where he kept his jar. I never thought about it before, but are these people actually alive? Or are they just under like some kind of thrall? Or did the thrall somehow kill them? Oh, no, I guess that's not where the jar is. Oh, it is. It's in his pocket. Nice shooting, Tex. Benny regretting every single life decision. Just start chanting Imhotep. It worked before. They're all happy that he's fully regenerated. I'm sitting here like his scalenes are where they're supposed to be.
I'll be seeing you again.
The first time I watched this, I thought he was talking to Evie. I'm like, oh, so much for romantic. How many people can lift a manhole cover by themselves? I'm telling you, superhuman strength.
All right. Do I finally look all right?
And he's having the time of his life. Whee! I've got sand in places I didn't know existed. It's actually just like a local farmer looking for water. I got nothing.
Hey, Winston! Pedal faster!
So many great lines in this movie. Steve, we need to order the biggest of Tic Tacs. I can't help it. I'm one of those people. Like Jack Sparrow, I wouldn't want to kiss him because, dear God, could you imagine how his breath smells? There are so many things when you know anatomy that you could have touched without having to kiss him that would have drawn that attention. Like if you had squeezed the knee and put a lot of pressure on the inside of the thigh, like at the base of the knee, like go ahead, touch it. It hurts if you do that. Or pull on his ear. Like the inside of the knee is a really, really delicate area. If you rub it wrong, ooh, it hurts. Am I doing it now? Yes, I am. Luckily, I'm doing it on the one that's got so much injury that the nerve damage on it is I can barely feel it. I thought about this way too much. He's played a game or two. Scavenge what you can. He died with a smile on his face. Burial at sand?
Keep moving.
You know, nasty little fellows such as yourself always get their comeuppance.
True story.
Always.
Whee! I had a friend, he lived in Tennessee, and he was extremely arachnophobic. When I tell you that he pulled out a gun when he saw a spider crawling around on his kitchen floor. His stepfather screamed out and stopped him from shooting, but he was legit about to shoot that spider. You're way past the beauty sleep thing. Okay, quick question for the masses. Diamonds are pretty because they also create prisms, So they're not just the white color, they're also prismatic, they're rainbow colored. Even mother of pearl has like different layers of color inside it, and same thing for opal. What is it about gold that fascinates everybody? I think I would just get bored of it. Why do they always throw the gun? How did she get knocked out? Like, she was awake on the stairs. Nobody knocked her out, yet she's waking up on the altar.
Hello, Horace, old boy.
It does make you question exactly how much Egyptian knowledge Jonathan has. I love Brennan's face at that. Isn't she a little old for you now? I wonder why there wasn't a curse on that one.
Save the girl. Kill the creature.
If the Scooby-Doo crew played D&D.
It's the only way to kill him. You have
Just
to
like powering down. All I can think of is during all of this, all of the fight scenes with Rick is, dear God, that guy needs a massage afterwards. I mean, he'd have to wait like 2 weeks because he's got so many acute injuries, but still. Nope. And Noxuna Moon is that crazy ex who's trying to kill the new boo because she can't handle it. I got this! Where'd they all go? Whee! Rick, seriously, so many injuries. He's got to be running on pure adrenaline like constantly. Are we cool? We going for coffee? Okay, to give him the benefit of the doubt, it cannot be easy watching the love of your life be stabbed twice. That was my favorite arm, you bastard. And now he's been choked twice. His neck would still be sore from the first time. Stab! Dude, you're gonna get an infection in there. If you had a lever that completely demolished the city that you lived in, would you leave it out in the open like that? That just seems so irresponsible on the architect. I'd be pissed too. I'd be so freaking pissed. I'd be like, 1 second. Like, we're here. Don't even ask. Just like grab something, put it in your pocket, grab something else as you're running. You don't need their permission. Just grab something. Remember that time I asked you to hold the door? He is so good. Like, he is shaking. His entire body is shaking. So looking at it from an optimistic point of view, now that the city now that that lever has been triggered, just go in and take everything out. Oh wait, that's the plot to part 2.
Have earned the respect and gratitude of me and my people.
He was just waiting out there just in case they made it. See, the Magi knows when to quit. He knows, okay, look, I've been injured. I'm going to take a step back. Rick has been injured, I don't even know how many times. And he just keeps going and going and going. He's the Energizer Bunny. That little nose boop is just so sweet. Yeah, some of that was massage related, right? It wasn't just selfishly me wanting to make commentary on one of my favorite movies that I haven't seen in a while. If you enjoy this kind of I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do on my channel, so please feel free to give me any kind of feedback. I can't learn if I don't give feedback. Let me know if you enjoy the massage stories or if you like the commentary videos. I'm open to criticism as long as you're nice about it, please. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you want. If you want more videos like this or massagey content, then subscribe and become a massaging geek. But remember, everybody has a light inside them that nobody else has. You bring something to the world that nobody else can bring. Don't forget that and let your light shine. If you want to watch the commentary of one of my other favorite movies, feel free to check out this video. Remember to drink water. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.